What's up guys, this is Gareth here from Pumped Fitness. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some secrets to weight loss. Now the big secret to weight loss isn't crash diets, isn't a ketogenic diet, isn't anything fancy. The real basic foundation when it comes to weight loss is keeping track of how much you're eating, and making sure that the calories that you are consuming, so the calories coming in, are less than the calories that you're burning, so the calories going out. So calories in, calories out is a pretty basic principle that some people often miss when it comes to losing weight, because the internet is so flooded, and everything in today's day and age is so flooded with crash diets and the latest diet fads, health fads, and all of that. So it actually doesn't really matter what you eat as opposed to how much you're eating. So if you are consuming tons of vegetables during the day, tons and tons of vegetables, and you are supposed to be in a calorie deficit, say for example eating 2,000 calories a day, and on this veggie diet, vegan diet, whatever, you're eating 2,500, 3,000 calories, and you wondering why you're picking up weight and not losing weight, but yet you're eating just healthy foods. That's why you are consuming more calories than what your body is actually able to burn. So how does calories in, calories out work? Well, you need to know what your resting energy expenditure is, and you need to understand what your total daily energy expenditure is. So resting energy expenditure is the amount of calories that you burn just by being alive. Total daily energy expenditure is the amount of calories that you burn on a daily basis given your activity and your lifestyle that you partake in during the day. And when I say total daily energy expenditure, I don't want you to think your gym sessions that you do maybe 3 times a week, maybe you do 5 times a week for an hour, and you can probably factor that in to your total daily energy expenditure. But if you're working out half an hour to 45 minutes a day and you are aiming to lose weight, I don't want you to actually take your workouts into consideration. What I want you to take into consideration when it comes to your activity level is, well, your activity factor is your job. So how physically demanding is your job? We spend most of our time at work. So if you're working a desk job, your activity factor is actually going to be lower than the person that is working, say, in construction and is busy moving heavy objects throughout the day. So that's what we need to consider when it comes to total daily energy expenditure. All right, other factors is also going to affect how many calories you burn in a day. A woman is going to generally burn less calories metabolically on their resting energy expenditure than, say, a man would. And that's got to do with our hormone levels. Men tend to have more testosterone, which builds bigger lean muscle tissue, and that causes a bit of a faster metabolic rate. All right, so once you actually have a firm understanding of what your total daily energy expenditure is, this is going to be your maintenance calories. So total daily energy expenditure is how much you should be eating to actually maintain the weight that you are at the moment. Now, if you're looking to gain weight, you'll eat higher than your maintenance calories. And if you're looking to lose weight, you'll actually eat less than your maintenance calories. And I like to put my clients in about a 20% deficit. We're looking at about 250 to 500 calories, just to slowly get the ball rolling and help them to start losing weight. Remember guys, we don't want to lose weight too quickly. We actually want to have sustainable long-term results. Crash diets work in the beginning. When you go back to eating normal, then you pick it all up. We want to slowly get you accustomed to eating less, so that eating less becomes part of your lifestyle. You need to put your previous eating habits away. You need to put them behind you, and you need to look forward, and you need to focus on how you are going to improve going forward, how you're going to slowly start consuming less calories and slowly cutting out that body fat. Now, earlier in the video, I did say that you could be eating anything as long as you are in a calorie deficit, and that's true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be healthy, right? We want to make sure that we're eating a highly nutritious diet to make sure that we remain healthy, so that our body is getting the nutrients that we need, so that we are still able to recover and bring our full effort when it comes to our workouts. Because when you're in a calorie deficit, your workouts are going to get harder for a little bit, and that is normal. Some tips that you can use to keep track of your calories is to get in contact with either a personal trainer or a dietitian or a coach, and we will work out your resting energy expenditure and your total daily energy expenditure. And this approach is the best. We'll also work out how many, what sort of deficit you need to be in, and kind of build a meal plan around the goals that you have. So the reason why I say this is the best approach is because we'll be able to take into factors like lean muscle mass, right? Apps and online equations that work out these things for you don't necessarily take these things into consideration. I'll get to those in a second, because those can also be great tools. But to work with a trained professional that's actually going to check your body mass index, check your lean muscle tissue, your body fat percentage, do a full assessment on you, chat with you to see where your weak areas are with your diet, where your strong areas are. That is the best approach. Now, the second best approach is to download an app. I like to recommend Lose It, MyFitnessPal, or Fat Secret when it comes to tracking your calories, right? So what's nice about these apps is you'll be able to put in your age, height, weight, and your goals, and it will calculate your calorie budget for you. So after it's calculated your calorie budget, then it will bring you up to a little screen where you can actually track your meals. And this is fantastic because it'll tell you exactly how many calories is in each meal that you're consuming, and help you to actually keep into your calorie budget. So this is also a fantastic means of losing weight. Now, if you combine your calorie tracking in an app, or use a meal plan provided by a personal trainer, dietitian, coach, and combine it with working with either that personal trainer, dietitian, or coach, and taking your lean muscle tissue into consideration, your activity factors, all of these things, you can use use the information provided to you by your trainer or dietitian, use the information provided to you by the app, and combine those two, or even the meal plan, and combine those two to make sure, or even three, to make sure that you are staying in a calorie deficit. And you want to maintain that for a long period of time. And you will see that you are going to lose weight. It's guaranteed. The science is pretty clear. It's basic mathematics. You just got to put yourself into a subtraction equation instead of a addition equation. So as I've said, guys, I highly recommend working with a coach of some kind to help you get through your diets and your hurdles, but it can totally be done all by yourself. Just make sure that when you are dieting, stick to nutritious meals. Don't focus too much on fitness fads. Don't focus too much on crash diets. Those are the worst. And just focus on making sustainable changes that you can keep for a long period of time, and you will get the results that you're looking for. Also remember, it's super important to listen to your body and to make sure that you aren't starving yourself. You don't want to go into too big of a calorie deficit too soon, because you're not going to be able to sustain that. You're going to be on a crash diet. Basically, that's what crash diets are. It's 1,200 calories or less. And some people, to be in a calorie deficit, do need about 1,200 calories. But remember, I talked about resting energy expenditure. And that is what you need. That's what you're burning just by being alive. You don't want to drop your calorie deficit below your resting energy expenditure, because that's not healthy. So guys, weight loss can actually be pretty simple. Just stick to nutritious meals and make sure you're in a calorie deficit. Your options to keep you in a calorie deficit: work with a coach, work with an app, and you can check online. Sorry, I forgot to get to these. You can check online, and there are plenty of websites that will actually provide you with your resting energy expenditure and your total daily energy expenditure. You just type in your height, weight, and age, gender, and it will bring it up for you. Now, as I've said before, apps do this too, so it's probably easier to just run with the app. I'll leave some links in the description for MyFitnessPal, Fat Secret, Lose It. You can check those out, give them a try. I highly recommend all three. They tend to have all the foods that we eat. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, you just type it in or scan the barcode and it will bring up the food for you. I'll also leave some links in the description for the websites that will calculate your total daily energy expenditure and your resting energy expenditure. And also, give me a shout if you want a meal plan or if you need some coaching or some advice. Let's have a talk and let's see what we can do for you. I do meal plans and nutritional coaching. I also offer personal training online and in person. Let's get the calorie deficit going and let's start taking the first steps to becoming a healthier, happier you. Now, don't just focus on getting that beach body, focus on feeling good. That's probably the most important part. And it's tough in the beginning, but when you start seeing those results, it becomes addictive. So just take those first steps. Remember to like and share this post if you found it helpful. Leave a comment below if you have anything to add or anything to ask, and I'll see if I can get to it. Check me out on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm also available on WhatsApp. So I'll leave those links down in the description too. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.